Motion him out of the backfield. Throwing on their first play. Oh, they're going deep here right off the rim. He's got it deep downfield. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 6-0 lead right away. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. One snap in, and this offense as efficient as they could be, partner, and looking very dangerous to begin this ball game too.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing for coaches to tell us in our production meetings they want to be a quick strike offense, got to be explosive. But they put that talk into action. One play from scrimmage, one touchdown, and one massive statement sent across the field.
That one splits the uprights, and the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. This return starts at the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. And his first pass falls incomplete. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Trying the right side. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. 3rd and long for him here. That's caught for the first. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. A 28-yard pickup there. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Into traffic, complete! And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A pickup of 17. And the Bucks have the first. New set of downs for them from the 31. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that 1st down run.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
7th play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers finish off their opening drive. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
Eagles, 60 Eagles, Warriors, 70, 79 Grump, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers, Buffalo 18.
Airing it out to start this drive. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
65, 10 through 11, 10 through 11.
Back to the air they go on second down. Fits it through the middle. He's going to bring this down to their 35. That one hits for 30. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35.
19, 18. Ready.
Throwing now on first down. He rolls to his right. Into the hands of Harrison. The Buccaneers pick it up. With no return after that recovery, they do get the fumble, but they're going to have it deep on their own side.
This really should be the last place and the last down you expect to fumble on. There's still 2, 3, maybe more to work with. Just take care of the ball. Go down when you're hit and set up for second down.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Dragon 60.
They're going to throw now, following the turnover. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play. And then all of a sudden, in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately, there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you could give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
On the ground, this is Trey Benson. He has this down to the 34. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
They go play action on first down. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up second down.
Listen, this guy's reputation certainly precedes him in any game he's on the field, but it doesn't always keep QBs away from challenging him, especially early. But you know what will deter quarterbacks? Results, and those are the results he's looking for.
It is caught left side. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Ready.
Forced out to his right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Cardinals grow their early lead to 8. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. He fields it from the 8. And he's out a little short of the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10. They'll come out throwing. Setting up the running back screen. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
This complete to Cole. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Cut out left. And he's right near that first down marker as the stop is made at the 48.
Kid, I was on the field with a young high school quarterback just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, and give him a chance to make a play.
It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
That's one as a running back in this league, you got to convert every time. Teams really don't care. If you're a Hall of Famer or an undrafted rookie, you can't get 1 yard for a first, they're going to start holding auditions for someone who can.
Short pass brought in. Good reaction to the RGO. They're going to get to him behind the line.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust, and trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
He'll look to throw. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up third down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
Here he goes, third and long. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, and there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Cardinals will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
They get 23 on that one. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down. Empty the backfield and motion him out. Back to pass on first and 10. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. Second and 10.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
Back to throw. He's got a man left. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Go. Viking 18. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. Chased out to his right. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
They are throwing it again. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. Touchdown, Arizona. Arizona. The Cardinals parlay the interception into points. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cardinals take a 16-point lead.
Buccaneers 7.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Completed to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. It's an early lead for the Cardinals. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at 2nd and 4. Finds a man right side. And he reaches the 35 before going out. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Set up. Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Panther 11. Panther 11. 19 Lion. 19 Titan. 19 Titan. Take over.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Looking slant route, complete. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready? Let's go. 70, Tim, trap 60, trap 60.
Still sticking with the passing game. Into the hands of Cole. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
We get a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense, and I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Here we go. 60 Bobcats. Coach Dragon 60.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Warriors, 18 Cardinal, 18.
Throwing from the gun. Complete over the middle. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. Patterson now to return it. Making some progress here. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 30. New set of downs for him from the 31. First down, play action. Deep shot doesn't quite work out, so that's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's second down. Now looking to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Third and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up fourth down.
The number of times we see quarterbacks with his running ability make plays, critical plays on third down, it's got to be refreshing for that defense to finally see them on the right side of it.
His work begins at the 31. He lost the football, and they steal it back on the return. Well, I sure hope all those defenders took a real quick swig of water over there on the sideline, Brock, because they are headed right back out there to get back to work.
No question about it. That's what really hurts. And you know that returner is looking at his teammates, exhausted coming on the field. Well, maybe he's not looking at them.
Yeah.
He's making a beeline the other way because this defense now has to regroup and get it together.
Cardinals into formation. It's first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Airing it out to start this drive. Throw right side, hauled in by Harrison. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Escapes the pocket. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Throw here, third down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Ready, set.
Offense is set, first and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
From the gun, it's Hall. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll work against the blitz. Buys time, rolling right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be third and long.
Panther 11, trap 60, trap 19. Here we go, start. 19, Charger, 19, Charger. Ready?
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Connecting on the slant. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that grows their lead to 12.
You know, you look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Justin Matabike making that stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, here we go.
They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Buccaneers hustling to the line. They're in the hurry up.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Going now on 1st down. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
They're going to try and throw it here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Incomplete.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Ready?
To the air on 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
He fields this at the 18. And a nice return out of them. They have it a little further up, past their own 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ready?
1st down now, ball at the 33.
Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Come on, set, go.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. Escapes the defender. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hold it ready.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Ready? Cougar 19.
Setting up to throw. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
It's second down and 10.
On the jump.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10.
Here we go. Set. Let go.
He's going to throw it again. Getting out to his left. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
60. Ready. Back to 60. Back to 60. Ready, ready.
They'll air it out on third. Complete out to the right. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They've got first down here from the 36.
70. Get it. Stop. 60 by 6. Panther 11. Panther 11. Ready.
Sticking to the air here. Snared by the running back. Here's Trey Benson. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Throw left side, complete. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals get more points to end a lopsided first half. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals go up by 19. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. He fields it from the 8. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He's back to throw. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. And this one's recovered by the Cardinals.
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That second and third level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to make the advantage 22. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return coming from the 6. And he's out of bounds up across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Bucks to the line. First and 10. up. Breaks the tackle. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Brings up 2nd and
3. 7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Motion. Go.
I'll throw it. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Pass complete to Robinson. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Bucs have the first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
6-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Set. Cowboy 80. Ready.
Completed over the middle. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Set. Ready.
Thrown back, it's the handoff. Nothing doing on 2nd. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
18. Cougar 19.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. And the Cardinals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right, you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10.
Ready up.
Throwing now off the play action. Buying some time right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Slot man's in motion right. They give here to the motion man. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Nice. Pack the 60.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. On the move, headed right. He's found some space as he crosses the 45. And he has a massive gain in style, sliding in safely after a tremendous pickup. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
Tough one to retain through that hit. And it sets up 2nd down. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Hop behind the line here on second down, which is only going to make things tougher for this third down coming up. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up fourth down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. And really one of the areas, when you watch a college game to the NFL game, that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And their lead grows further to 25 points.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
It's second and 21 at the 26-yard line.
Ready? 7 pressure leading. Cougar 19. Cup 19. Cup 19. 70 range. 70 range. I got him, man. I got him. Take mine.
Looking in the air here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
19 tight.
Third down from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come up big on third down there with the sack. Well, best of luck here. It's fourth and a considerable distance. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. The Buccaneers out and into punt formation. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. And they'll touch this down just shy of midfield.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready.
First and 10 now from the 46.
Ready.
It's Benson on the give. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Smith on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 40.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8.
Ready.
He's dropping back to throw. He's got a man left. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. Give him 24 yards on that one. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10. give up the gut to Benson. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. Working quickly here.
It's a loss of the yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 22-yard.
They give on second to Benson. And they find them after just a yard, and it's third down.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up third and 10.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Let's go. Buffalo 18, 60.
Shotgun now on third down. And oh, he got it! Interception! That's Antoine Winfield Jr.
Well, they're in danger of going back to somebody who's already done damage in this game. He makes himself, well, he's a top target, but he makes himself a priority for this defense to defend, and they jumped on that opportunity.
Handoff now from the gun. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes second and 1. Back now, pressure coming. He put everything he had into this one. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down.
Cougar 19.
Looking to throw on third and 1. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's fourth down.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Punt meets him at the 28. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
At their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here, first and 10 from the 34.
Here we go. Top 19. Packer 6. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Into the hands of Harrison. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. New set of downs from 37.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Cardinals football, and they can pretty well cruise the rest of the way. We've set it downs from 37.
Tag. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
Benson on first and 10. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, the 2-yard run on first down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Got it. Ready.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, smash Bronco. 60 Vikings.
Staying on the ground with Benson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
First down,
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
Going to the ground again on first. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And he sent out of bounds after an 8-yard pickup, so they've got 2nd and 2.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll run here, it's Benson. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Give him a couple on the run, and it's now 2nd and goal.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Hall takes it straight ahead. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Defense making a couple of good stops here, and this brings up 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Pass the 60, pass the 60. Count. Ready.
3rd and goal for Benson. And he gets in, touchdown. The Cardinals keep running away with this. Trey Benson, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals grow their lead yet again. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Starting from the 5. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Top 19. Let's go now. 70 Lion, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Airing it out to start this drive. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Ready, go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Trying to throw this from the gun. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
He's going deep. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
This is an excellent job, Kate, right here by the defense to deny that big play and make them earn it offensively. If they want to reach the end zone, they're going to have to scrap and fight right through them.
Tag. Cougar 19. Ready.
Desperation time here. He Runs in beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. And anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
60 Bison.
Throwing from the gun. Gets it to the 15. And in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers will trail by 25. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Cardinals' hands team secures the football. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning.
Come on. Let go.
They go play action on first down. Has it downfield working the left. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Right up the gut. It's inside the 10. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Cardinals continue piling it on here in the 4th. Well, they dialed up that one at the right time, Brock. Pretty clear the defense was expecting pass, and they couldn't pivot when he got it as a runner instead.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make that mistake again, are they? Now how versatile these wide receivers are in today's game. It's one of the big transitions, Kate, over the last decade. You always used to see Jerry Rice and John Taylor just lined up scoring touchdowns on the perimeter. Not so fast anymore. These wide receivers today so versatile, and he showed off that on that play.
Fielded at the 7. He lost the football. And the fumble recovery is made. And he's going to be touched down as that one comes to an end.
Awareness. So critical in so many phases of the game. And in this phase, in the special teams phase, it's not just hitting blocks and clearing the lane, but in this case, recognizing the fumble and most importantly, keeping that possession.
The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. Bucks to the line. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face 2nd down.
79 Broncos. Ready. Panther 60.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Big gain downfield. Into the red zone. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Buccaneers putting up points in a game decided. And they'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Buccaneers will trail by 25.
53. Buccaneers 28.
With time ticking away, they prepare for a must-get onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team secures the football. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Ready? 19 Lions. Bronco it.
Oh, Bronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
This is a design look for Fields.
Don't jump.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down.
319, just attack. Tonight.
He's keeping it. Gotta get it forward. So the Cardinals get to fly home as winners on the road. Brock, I know you know this firsthand. All the way across the country. Feels like you're playing in the morning. You played with a lot of these. That is not an easy thing to do what they just did.
And you know what, Kate? You